Hello, I'm Ramona from Healing Inspiration again, and today I want to talk about the physical or possible physical causes of mental and emotional issues. This is not to be in place of medical professionals' opinion, and that is one of the first things I want to talk about. We can have physical ailments or things that aren't right physically that can affect our mental and emotional states. And so it is important, if you think something is not right, that you go get a professional opinion, that you go get a physical examination, you get tests, blood tests, whatever you need to do to see if there may be a hormone imbalance, a thyroid issue, different just physical aspects that are affecting your mental and emotional states. So that's one of the first things you can do to check that out. Nevertheless, you have to take a look at your lifestyle. And when I talk about lifestyle, I'm talking about things you do on a daily basis that will affect you emotionally and mentally. So, one, let's talk about getting enough sleep. Now, every person is kind of different. They say 8 hours. You should get 8 hours of sleep. For you, it might be different. Maybe you are fine with 6 hours of sleep, and that's perfect, and you feel energized and you feel great. Other people, myself included, typically 9 hours of sleep is the best for me. I can function on 6, but 9 is best. So you want to get an average and a balance in your sleeping patterns. Consistency is one of the more important things, that you consistently get enough sleep. So sometimes maybe you don't, sometimes you get a little bit more, but as consistent as you can be and as consistent with a schedule. Now, I'm more of a night owl, and so if you leave me to my own devices, I typically will go to bed later and get up later. But whatever works for you, whatever works for your lifestyle, but make sure to incorporate it, because when you don't get enough sleep, you're more highly stressed, your brain doesn't function as well. Your brain needs sleep. But both your brain and your body needs physical activity of some sort. So many people seem to hate exercise, either hate it or love it usually. I don't know how much of a moderate balance there is, but it doesn't have to be this crazy physical routine. It doesn't have to be high intensity interval training. It doesn't have to be running, but those things work if they work for you, if they give you more energy. But yeah, I myself, have done different things all the time throughout my life, whether it's yoga or running or high intensity interval training, taekwondo, dancing. So whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. If it's taking walks, if it's yoga, if it's stretching, if it's just any kind of movement for your body to get into a flow where you have to breathe heavier, where you move your body, because your body, obviously, with all of its joints and muscles and the way it moves and flexes, is meant to move. And your physical activity will affect your neurochemicals as well. So if you don't get enough physical activity, your body may not feel nice, your brain may not feel nice, and your mental and emotional state may not be good. So incorporate physical activity of some sort every day. Once again, the important part is consistency. So if you can do 10 minutes every day, is better than an hour once a week, really. But if you can only do the 1 hour once a week, maybe something is better than nothing. Something is always better than nothing. Get up and do something. Just commit to something. 5 minutes. Because often that's part of my thing. I will schedule, say, for 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I schedule myself to do a workout, and even if I don't feel like it, I'm like, I'll just do it for 5 minutes, I'll just do it for 10 minutes, and oftentimes I will continue after that. But if you do it just for that 5 minutes or that 10 minutes, or you just commit to that consistent routine, that's going to help you. And just remember, nothing is a quick fix. Sometimes it might make you feel better in the moment. Definitely one of the activities is dancing or singing, any kind of music that you can move to, or something positive, with something that gives you energy, gives you motivation, is very healthy for you. It just raises your vibration, helps you feel better, just in general. So whatever, if you can listen to some good, inspiring music, whatever gives you that boost and jolt of energy, that'll be good for you. Also, we could talk about work and rest. So we need both. We need both to be able to work physically, mentally, emotionally, and also take rest. Now, we do emphasize in a culture that where technically being on the go all the time is commonplace, rest more. So definitely when you need rest, when your body needs rest, definitely take it. Sometimes you're in need of mental and emotional rest, not necessarily physical rest. So in those cases, getting into whatever activity makes you feel good, makes you feel relaxed, whether it's a creative pursuit or talking to your friends or watching a movie, whatever makes you feel mentally and emotionally rested. You don't have to constantly be engaged to be productive. Those are productive pursuits. And also, if you get too much rest, if you're sleeping too much or you're laying around too much, that in and of itself can make you feel pretty crappy. So you'll start to know. I mean, if you listen to yourself, you listen to your body, you listen to your mental state, your emotions, you'll begin to understand if you're really taking too much rest or if you're on the go too much. Balance is always key, and consistency is also key. Balance, you have to figure it out all the time. Sometimes you're going to need more, sometimes you're going to need less. It's really up to you. But these are definitely good habits to pursue. Now, hydration, water. It's a simple thing, but getting as much water as you can, carrying water with you. You can do too much water, but typically I think more people will get too little water. Now, you can get water from your foods, fruits, vegetables, but definitely drink water of some sort. And if you don't like plain water, throw in some green tea, some herbal tea, something that will hydrate you. And make sure you're getting enough of that, because that can make you feel lethargic and things like that if you're even getting slightly dehydrated. So that will be definitely helpful for you. And then you have to think about your nutrition, what you consume physically, and how that affects you. So you might have some allergies, so be mindful of that. If you're allergic to something, it can cause negative physical consequences as well as mental and emotional consequences. So pay attention to how your body reacts to certain foods. Typically, it's going to be best for you, for your body, for your mental and emotional states, to get consume food that is as close to natural as possible. So definitely your fruits and vegetables, your whole grains, oils are good. Avoiding fat isn't necessarily good. You want to consume good fats, and also moderation, balance. So anything as close to natural as you can possibly get, that is going to be your best bet when it comes to food. And eat when you're hungry. Stop when you're full. It's kind of an act of mindfulness. And, eating processed foods and things like that, your body is not meant to process those things, and some of those chemicals start to build up. They can make you feel like poop. So to avoid that as much as possible. So look for natural. And typically it would be my suggestion to more look at what to incorporate. Focus on what you want to create in your diet. So not necessarily say, well, I'm never going to eat junk food again and I'm not going to eat that. Focus on the incorporation of your fruits and vegetables. I'm going to get 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it could be recommended up 10 to 11 servings a day of fruits and vegetables. Make that your focus more than eliminating the bad stuff, because when you add the good stuff, the bad stuff will start to decline. Now, think of it for your own personal health, consulting your physician and what your diet should be. But something that's helped me is intermittent fasting. Your body takes up a lot of energy to digest foods. It just takes a good portion of your energy. And studies have shown that a lower calorie diet enhances longevity. So that's something to consider. But to give your body a rest from digesting on occasion is a good bet. So intermittent fasting is something to look at. We're not even talking about here restricting calories necessarily. It's just focus on eating when you're hungry, eating the good foods, sometimes giving your body a rest, being hydrated, sleeping well, physical activity. All of these things affect your body chemistry, affect your hormones, and your emotional states and your mental states and things like that are very, very affected by what you do on a consistent basis. So it doesn't mean you have to overhaul everything overnight. Make smaller changes, but be consistent in those changes. Whatever your plan is, say, I'm going to eat 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, or 3 servings of fruits and vegetables, depending. If you don't eat it at all, incorporate it some other way, maybe 1. But have that as a goal. It's going to help you feel better in the long run when you're consistent. Whatever behaviors that you're going to incorporate that are healthy, consistency is key in making that plan to do those small changes. And also with your physical health, is bathing and cleansing. Now, we all know that we need to do that, but sometimes it would be nice to get into a bath and just cleanse your body. It actually cleanses your energy. It enhances your mental and emotional state. Just laying around feeling dirty and yucky and nasty doesn't mean you have to do it 10 times a day, but that will help to make you feel better, especially if you're feeling down. Taking a bath, taking a shower, getting clean. So whatever you need to do in that area, it's also self-care. It cleanses your energy field. Use nice scents, incense, candles. I love crystals. Whatever you need to do. Some nice music. Also in your physical environment, to have a clean, clear physical environment, because your outside environment can affect how you feel about yourself. So once again, don't overwhelm yourself, but we'll talk more about that in a later date, but keeping it clean and nice and smelling good and pretty and whatever you can do in that way, because your physical environment does affect your inside health. And I guess we'll get into that at a later date. So if this content was helpful for you at all, please like and subscribe, and we'll get you some more content soon. Again, I'm Ramona, and this was Healing Inspiration, and I hope it inspired you to make some healthy changes, to make yourself the best you can be, and to live your best life, and to create the life you deserve. Be blessed and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.